by the right of the council, by the will of the force. Welcome back into another episode of the Galaxy Famous, I'm going to say Halcyon approved right now, Jedi Talk Podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Tom Oakley. Thank you for joining us. Follow us at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/Jedi Talk. BlueChew.com/Jedi Talk as well for all of you struggling Kyles out there. Joining me, as always, to my left is the man who just showed up and made our other co-host stay, but I'll let him get in that in a second. Evan T. Boucher. Evan, how the hell are you?
Hello there. I'm great because, for one, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Woo. Woo.
For two, I'm finally getting a haircut the day after.
Congrats.
And then after that, it's Brad's birthday. And, today was pretty great because I saw a certain lieutenant on Batuu. And that made my entire 6-7 months, seeing him.
Okay.
I haven't seen him since last March.
Oh.
If that tells you who he is.
I can't wait to hear this in a second.
Yes.
But the gentleman making noises over there, making sure his pants are still on, they are not, is our other co-host, Brad Hughes. Brad, how the hell are you?
What's up, guys? I am good. Hey, I like this Greta Van Fleet song. Go
Come
fuck
on.
yourself, Kyle.
Don't even say that. Christ. All right. So I actually have Kyle's theme song queued up for
perfect.
when he's ready to join us. I just want to give you guys a preview. Tell me if you approve, okay?
Let's see.
So this would be when Kyle joins for Fourth Mother Talk if he doesn't get eaten by manatees in Cocoa Beach. We'll be like, Kyle Casatino's joining us.
Oh, no.
Scourge should do a cover of this.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. This is a little better than what we can do, but
I need to look up the actual full song for your intro because I dig that intro.
It's a drum solo.
Okay, still though, it
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Moby Dick's a good song.
Moby Dick's a great song.
Moby Dick? Okay, I'll look that up.
It's fun to play on guitar, too.
Look up Moby Blue Waffle Dick.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Don't do
for
that.
Sure.
Don't do that. What's going on, guys? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got me.
Happy early birthday to you.
Thank you. Can we talk? We usually do presents on the show.
We were just so
And we
excited.
completely
I've been
forgot.
sitting on this gift. I was like, you got to get it.
Evan got. You tell him.
I'm usually 6 months late to gift, so I'm I have to do
I'm
this.
late
It's
this
early.
time.
I'm
It
2
sucks.
days, 2 days, or
Fucking
3 days
hate
early.
myself.
But you all know our love and affection for the greatest thing ever, the Halcyon, the Galactic Star Cruiser.
I thought you were going to say Kyle's mom.
Well, that's up there. It's top 2 or 3 probably. You need
Counts
to
at
take her
one.
on the next voyage.
The count is at 2.
But the place on the ship that you guys spent a lot of time in, and I need to spend more in, was
Kyle's mom's room?
Yep,
Count is at 3.
the Sublight Lounge, and they have amazing drinks and amazing glasses there. So I found the company that makes those glasses and supplies them to the Galactic Star Cruiser, and grabbed a few for myself, of course, but I had to for you.
Thank you,
So
man.
I
That's
got
one
you
of
a
my
couple of
favorite
them.
gifts. That's
That was
awesome.
badass. I had forgotten. Evan told me, and then when you opened it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
If you
Yes.
remember how hype, well, we were hyped for any information they put out before it opened, but one of the last videos they put out showed a picture of a drink and a hologram. It was that cup.
And it was
What was it? The
in
Hoth
concept,
Freeze?
Hoth
Or,
Freeze.
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
Hoth
right,
Freeze.
yeah.
Because I went through and decoded it, and it
Yeah.
said Hoth, but that's not in
It was in
what they ended-
Arabic before I could read Arabic. So you said it, and I was like, oh, cool.
and that's not what they ended up
They
calling.
never
it, though.
sell that.
What is it? What is the drink actually?
There's one called the Bespin Cloud, or the Cloud of Bespin.
Oh, that's right.
But there
You
was
got
one
that
that
one?
was like a Hoth something.
We got that drink. One of us
Yeah.
did.
I
you
didn't
do it?
try any of
I
the
think I
drinks
did it,
except
yeah.
for the 2 in the mugs, because I wanted to buy the mugs.
The first drink I got up there was the Mustafar one.
Yeah, and the
That
little
was the glass
goblet.
I bought.
Yeah, I
I
bought
bought
that
both of
one.
them.
I wasn't a huge fan of that drink. Same
Yeah,
with the
I
other
liked it.
one in the souvenir. I was like, these are okay. They're not as good as Oga's. But next time I go, I'm going to try the non-souvenir ones,
Okay.
because apparently those are much better. But
Yeah, I had a few non-souvenir ones.
if any of you listeners out there want to find this company, they are called Dragon Glassware. So look them up. They have many different nerdy IPs that they do glassware for, but this one was the most close and dearest to our
Yeah,
hearts.
Dragon
so I had
Glassware. I'm looking at it. It brings me right back to
There
the
it is.
Halcyon.
Look,
Yeah.
man.
There she
There
be.
That's
she be.
fucking
That's exactly what it
Yeah.
is.
It's fucking.
We're not
awesome.
sponsored by them, but obviously
We
'cause I
should
just bought
be.
them. But
We
yeah,
should.
Open
be.
for sponsors.
Yeah.
So speaking of things,
Hoth Icebreaker.
yeah, that's what they stuck the name with. Yep.
If you want that, it's vodka, lemon, pure cane sugar, and vanilla lemon foam. So it's
It's pretty easy to make.
what is that drink called with the lemon?
It's like a lemon drop.
lemon
kinda,
drop,
but
that's
yeah,
it.
that's
It's
pretty
lemon
easy
drop.
to make.
vodka, yeah.
with
Yeah.
vanilla lemon foam, which is the hard part. But
Yeah.
$18 at retail.
Not too shabby. Not too
know.
shabby at all.
No.
So, you
Should
know,
be included.
you know, it's not too shabby. The Kansas City Chiefs. You know, we have to address that. The
Shout out
big
to
thing that happened.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. That's their second Super Bowl win. I was wrong. Several months ago on this show, I said the Bills would win the Super Bowl. I was a little off. The Bills lost a couple rounds ago, but that's okay.
My friend Mike is on Suicide Watch. He's a big Phillies fan.
That's all right. The Eagles.
But they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
I mean, hell, they made it to the Super Bowl though. Some people are loving that Rihanna halftime show. I mean, I'm not a fan. My wife is. She liked it. I don't know if you caught it, Evan. I know you were
Nah.
watching Halcyon videos, Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You watched something else, I think, didn't you?
Some Tron stuff. I don't know if I
Tron.
posted that, but I was watching a ton of Tron stuff.
I think you were
Did you
watching.
watch the Tron
yeah.
animated show?
No, but I need to.
I've
heard it's really good. Is it on Disney Plus?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's the best Tron thing that's ever
I'm
been
gonna
made.
actually look that up and
It's
watch it.
really
Like, I'm not
good.
kidding. Because okay, I say I like the second movie, but I rewatched it before the preview. Well, we haven't even talked about the preview on the show yet, but I rewatched it before Tom and I went to the preview
Yeah.
for Tron.
We'll get there.
And that movie is like 80% exposition and then 20% cool stuff. It's so slow.
The Legacy.
The second one, yeah, Tron Legacy. I forgot how slow it was. The acting's great, and a lot of the de-aging is still better than most de-aging somehow.
Really?
It holds up really well.
Interesting.
And they use it a lot more than I remember. I was like, oh, Jeff Bridges for like 30 seconds, but he's in like
he's
scenes
young.
on scenes
Yeah,
on scenes.
He's in that for a lot.
Yeah, I think
Have you
that
ever
was
seen
like
Tron Legacy.
No.
No.
that was like one of the first movies that they did it with. So like, let's show it off, and it showcases pretty well. It holds up
for-
mostly. Yeah,
It was like
2010, I think. Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it's still a good movie, but it was a lot slower and more boring than I remember.
It is very slow.
Yeah. And it's a little more convoluted than I remember, too. Like, there's a weird plot going on. It's like
Yeah.
Tron versus Clue versus Jeff Bridges versus Sam versus Cora. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what is happening?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I remember people leaving that movie and being like, "That's the greatest movie I've ever seen," and I remember watching it and being like, "What the fuck were you watching?"
Yeah.
In
I
the moment,
loved it.
you know?
I loved it a lot in the
people in the
moment,
moment.
but over time, I'm like, especially now, I'm like, it's okay.
I was dating a girl. I don't know if it was during this exact time, but we were on again, off again. And she goes, I remember asking her how the movie was, and she goes, "Brad, it literally changed my life."
Oh, no.
And I was like,
Bro,
all
there-
right.
There's probably only like 3 movies you could ever make that case for.
She also has knuckle tattoos, so I guess that tells you what. And she's
Yeah. Explains it.
she's nuts. She's a hairdresser.
Explains it.
Beauty school.
Why are they always
dropout.
crazy? Every girl I've ever met that was nuts is a hairdresser.
Would have to tell my boy to watch out because he's dating a hairdresser.
They're always nuts.
Andrew, if you're
Creative
listening,
people.
watch out.
Creative people are nuts.
That's true.
They're just creative, I guess. Yeah.
But I mean, the music in Tron is great, and the visuals are great. So maybe that's what it was. They were just so high on those two things.
I wanted to
that I was
ask you
like-
guys, so we can talk about the Tron preview that you guys went to go do.
Can I
Yes.
get to I just want to finish
Yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah.
Super Bowl thought
Oh,
because
sorry. Yeah.
some of the Rihanna, and that was fine, whatever. Metallica does a better job, but that wasn't boring. She was pregnant, leave her alone. Like obviously, but the commercials we didn't get Little Mermaid like
Yeah.
we thought.
I was a little not okay
I
with
thought
that.
we were
Where
gonna
is
get
Mermaid?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get a Mando tease as
yeah,
well,
which I'm okay. I'm glad we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
because
I'm
it comes
okay
out
with
in
that.
2 weeks. But
Yeah.
still, I was expecting it.
I
but
completely forgot about all those things.
Yeah.
We were supposed to
Yeah,
get
we
right
had a
now.
list. There's like 30 things he mentioned.
Right.
And those were confirmed by like the network,
right,
right?
they were confirmed. It's just weird. They must have pulled back at the last
They
second.
must have pulled
Yeah.
back and like,
Which is good, though.
got a
Save some
refund.
money because some of those are, how much is it? Millions per second? Like,
15
Something
million or
like that. I
for
mean,
30
Disney's
seconds?
over here laying people off. So if you're going to have a Super Bowl
Hey,
ad,
visually, I think that's the right move. If you're trying to look at
Right.
optics and stuff,
Especially
and you
the
just fire
people they're laying
7,000
off.
people, and you're like, here's $40 million for 2 minutes of ad space during the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a good look.
No, it's not. But however much the 3 minutes that I was looking forward to that was non-football related that finally came out.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
That trailer was fucking.
Oh,
Did you watch it?
I haven't seen that one. I
Have
saw
you s-
Indies. Indies looked a lot
Yeah.
better than the first one.
Yes, it did.
This was a
It
good
looked way
trailer.
better.
This was a really good trailer for Indy.
Oh,
But
sure.
how was
Better.
Batman? What'd you like? What'd you think?
Oh, The Flash, you mean?
Yeah.
I watched it with Brad and I watched it actually same time. In the moment I was very like jacked up, but like this is the end of the DCEU.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like-
true. Until they hit the reset button again.
Well, that's going to happen in
Well,
this movie.
this
for
is
sure.
this is the movie doing it. Ben
Oh, okay.
Affleck's Batman's in it. He was heavily featured in the trailer. Michael Keaton's Batman's in it. Heavily featured in the back end of the trailer. Obviously, Ezra Miller's Flash is in it. General Zod is back, like because they're This is Flashpoint paradox. He goes back in time. Like this is
What's their multiverse?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is what the Flash does. So it looks like it's going to be nuts, but I can't help but feel a little jaded.
Right, because like
Dude,
That's
I don't
how I
blame
feel
you.
after
at
watching.
the end of
I
the
don't blame
day,
you.
it's kind of meaningless.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's how I feel with anything multiverse.
I mean,
But
I'm going to see
this
it
one
first
more
night.
so than anything.
Yeah, I'm going to see it first night. I can't wait
I'm
for
gonna
the
see
potential.
it. I'm actually going to see it too. I'm very
Yeah.
curious how they wrap this whole
Yeah.
thing up because I think this is something that you said was supposed to come out in 2019.
2019, 2019,
So
This is the Tron light cycle run of movies.
more or less. Yeah.
I'm very interested in this. I like Michael Keaton Batman. Those movies are fucking awesome.
Yeah, the first two.
Yeah, yeah. For one in
Well,
Batman and
yeah,
Batman
the only
Returns
two that he's done.
He's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it. This looks interesting. Maybe it's just the visuals didn't look. Some of the stuff with him flying looked a little weird. Maybe it's just because like I'm not used to seeing Michael Keaton.
Well,
Batman as
his
Batman
Batman's
fly.
never done that.
I know it's
That's
just
like a
weird, though,
Bale
'cause
Affleck
he
thing.
just looks weird.
He
It
was just flying as Vulture though a few years ago. But I mean, we didn't really see
Yeah,
him
but
though.
that's-
It was a helmet.
yeah.
Did you see that John Leguizamo was going to get that role of Vulture, and then
Whoa.
Keaton decided he wanted to
What?
do it?
That would've been
instead?
bad.
Yeah.
Keaton was
No!
perfect.
I love John Leguizamo.
I don't know if he's good for that, but Keaton was perfect.
I think he would have
He
done a
would've
good job at that
murdered
role.
that job.
Actually,
Hmm.
I think he would have done it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Keaton,
I'm
but
fine
I
with
think
that,
John
too.
Leguizamo would have done a really good job with.
You put
the
Michael
Vulture.
Keaton in anything, I'm in.
True.
Like I
True.
think
The
he's-
Founder.
He did a
one of my
freaking
favorite movies,
McDonald's
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Incredible movie. You know, just know he was a comic, a stand-up comic back then. He's a
I could see it.
he's a paid
I didn't
regular
know
at the
that.
Comedy Store.
Huh.
He was like a good comedian.
I believe that. I could see that.
There's clips out there. You can go find them on YouTube and stuff.
So is this movie
He was
going to
actually fun.
use the score from the 80s Batman?
They did in the
They did.
trailer.
Oh, they did? Because
Yeah.
that score is
Yeah,
great.
it was
Da-da-da-da,
piano, like.
da-da-da.
Yeah, you'll
That's
just
pretty good.
go find the trailer. It's
good.
If you're a comic book fan, I think you'll like the trailer. It'll still kind of be like, "Whoa, this is cool!" Because Supergirl's in it, and
What if they sneak in Jim Carrey as Riddler?
That would be
if they're going to
fucking
sneak
awesome.
anything in, they're going to
Now's the
sneak
time to
Bale
do
in.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
Bale
said.
too, but,
Bale's
like,
going to get snuck into
I
this.
thought
I mean,
it
Jim
was
Carrey
him.
just did Sonic, so like he's still doing stuff.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
thought that was Christian Bale on the
Bat Pod, yeah.
pod. It looked like that from the back. 'cause
right.
That like that scene from The Dark Knight with he's on it and
Yeah.
like the cape flapping. It just kind of reminded me of that.
Oh,
And
so do
it
other Batmen
wasn't
have the Bat
presumably?
Pod?
Yeah, but it didn't.
Oh, yeah.
But this I guess that's Ben Affleck's. But I
It is. That's
think
Affleck.
so?
Mhm. I know so.
You know better than
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
but
That was
my
Affleck.
heart got really excited when I saw that. I was like, ooh.
No, they wouldn't reveal that in the trailer, man. They would not reveal that in the trailer.
could
Well,
see them
especially given the
revealing it,
things they've
but not-
already revealed. They got to be hiding something.
I could see them revealing it, but like not like, and you just assume that it's the other Batman. Like that would be cool. If
Oh,
you go back
yeah,
and look
yeah.
at the trailer.
That would
in
be cool, that'd be
retrospect,
cool.
you'd be like, oh shit, that was actually him there.
Yeah.
Because they kind of did that with Shazam 2. They did a TV spot in Japan, and you see these two arms crossed over with and I'm like, oh, that's fucking Cal. It's Wonder Woman. I'm like, we knew she was going to be in the movie, but I'm like, that's 100% Wonder Woman. So
I remember seeing like
Yeah.
screen caps of that.
Yeah.
And people were like, it's Wonder Woman.
yeah, it's like I know who
So
this.
does the next the movie Shazam? Does that one count, or
Yep.
is that one?
Yeah,
So that
Shazam.
one counts. Okay.
James Gunn said it's like the first of the next phase kind of movies. He's like, it still exists in the DCEU, but he's like, it's kind of off on its own world, still connected.
So the first Shazam also counts.
yeah,
Going
yeah,
forward.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this is
I didn't see Shazam. I need
I
to.
mean, I haven't either, but just
I
out of
think you'd
I
curiosity.
enjoy
love
it.
Zachary Levi,
Yeah.
so I'm all in.
yeah. He's gonna be at MegaCon Orlando,
I know.
which we might
And your
hopefully
boys
have
might
some
be.
A lot of people are
Yeah.
going to be there.
Hopefully we have some. Yes, tons of people there.
Lots.
Kino
It's like a
Loy
little-
probably won't be though.
Dude, let's talk about that.
Oh yeah. When I saw
We'll
real
get to
quick,
Tron
when I
too,
saw
but,
Hate,
like-
yeah. We'll get to Tron next, and then we'll get into the Star Wars news. What the people
Yeah.
joined here for. When I saw that Hayden was going to MegaCon, I was like, sold.
That's crazy that
Sold.
they got Hayden.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
nuts.
probably the biggest name
And
in a while.
Rosario Dawson's they're going to be there too.
That's
Ashley
big,
Eckstein's
that's
also
big.
going to be there.
Did I see that Ewan McGregor was going to be there? Or was that
No.
Celebration?
That's Celebration.
Oh,
Yeah.
Celebration. Okay.
Yeah.
That would have been wild if they got him too. Shit.
They
Yeah.
were both. They were Hayden and I got to walk the floor with my media credential the second day of Celebration.
Yeah.
With no one there. That's how I got everything done. And they were both. I think it was. I can't remember if it was both of them, but definitely, Ewan was recording a Nissan commercial or like media something in front of the Nissan booth,
Oh, funny.
and like people were lined up all around him.
Yeah.
And they're like, the first episodes were so good of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then the rest of the show happened.
He's
Yeah,
like,
it's
hello there.
Hello there.
He did say hello there.
Hello there.
And I
Hello
cried.
there. Hello there.
Uh,
Hello there.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch that show from beginning to. I'm gonna binge it as a movie. I really
that's
want to
fair.
do that and just see if it holds up. Because that like week to week shit is you forget things and the momentum you just get overhyped and then
Yeah.
because I still think Mando season 1 was kind of boring in some places.
It's
After
so
going back
funny
and
when you like
rewatching it.
go and watch the live action shows on Disney Plus. They have a recap, but for the Bad Batch and Clone Wars, there's no
They
recap.
don't, I know.
So I'm like, oh, I
Your
forgot.
boys
Like
caught
what
up with
happened?
Bad Batch, by the way.
Oh my
Congratulations
gosh.
on all your
Finally did
success.
it.
Should we talk about that now? There's so much to talk about.
Let's talk
There's-
Tron and then we'll get into
Okay,
Star
okay,
Wars.
Tron.
So Tron, Evan and I got a chance to do it almost a weekish ago.
Yeah.
They said today AP previews are going to drop. Registration will open
On
on
your
Brad's
birthday.
birthday,
Yeah.
so a good
Happy
celebration
birthday to
to start that day.
My birthday gift will be not getting a preview from Disney.
Don't say that. Don't say that. It's gonna happen.
Are we going to do it together?
Let's try.
Is that
Yeah,
what
we
you
can
wanna do?
try.
Okay.
I like.
Definitely
I mean,
try.
like we don't even know the dates. Like I think I'm just going to try to get like the first available, but
Okay.
Yeah,
it might not
honestly.
mesh up with schedules. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, I mean,
you know?
anytime after like 6 is usually
Okay.
good.
Well, you know
Okay.
my shit.
Especially 'cause
you
wanna do
I
it at
wanna
night anyway.
Yeah, I want to do
Yeah.
it.
Oh
at
well,
night,
it's,
so,
oh,
like,
it's beautiful at night.
I don't want to
God.
do it during the day for another like 6 months. Like give it time before I get to a daytime ride.
That's one thing I was going to ask you. How dark
Well,
was it when you guys?
it's
going to
be a boarding group, so whenever it opens,
It was dark.
we'll be at the mercy of boarding groups. But it was like pitch black outside when we did it.
Yeah.
All right, so give me your thoughts.
I think it's an e-ticket attraction. It's going to be one of the best things at Magic Kingdom. One of.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think it blows my balls off? No, but I didn't have expectations for the ride. It's cool how you sit in the light cycle. It feels like you're Supermaning a little bit, but not really. You know, you can still put your arms up and throw the horns out and shit. The launch is really, really fun. The ride is short. I knew it was going to be short, so like that.
I'm
that's-
guessing less than a
it's-
minute.
It's
It's
around
about a
60,
minute.
yeah, 65 seconds, I
It
think.
reminds me of just like if they were to release Rock and Roller Coaster today, it reminds me of that just with just a little like different, like a little alteration. It's like a modern day rockin' because of how it starts and then when you end in like indoors.
Yeah.
Just how you're going in and out, without going upside down.
So the launch is where you go outside, right?
Yep.
Why
Yep,
do
you
you
go
go on the
straight
grid
outside.
and then go outside?
Yeah, I don't. Well, that's technically still the grid. It's just
Yeah, because you're following along the pattern.
yeah, it's just not.
Is there a story?
The story is you're racing.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's what roller coasters should be. They shouldn't have to have this crazy convoluted story that
Yeah.
makes no sense. It should just be go fast. That's what you do. You go fast. And
What do you
there's-
think of Expedition Everest?
I love Expedition Everest, but it's not.
That's got a convoluted story.
not convoluted. It's you're on an expedition, and then
The
the Yeti shows up.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
with like
that
the Royal
convoluted.
Tea Company and all that shit.
Those are
like-
just details that
Oh,
flesh out characters and stuff. Like it's not the story. The story
Alright,
is
alright,
expedition Yeti.
I get it. But I would say like I like it might be my fourth favorite roller coaster on property. Big Thunder and Expedition Everest and definitely Guardians go in front of it for me, but that's not knocking
What
Tron.
about space?
The older I get, the less I like space,
It's
just
just
because my,
my
back
back
and
is
stuff.
just
Like,
fucking-
as a kid, though, I loved
Yeah,
it.
I like
So,
Tron better than Space
You
Mountain.
like Tron by the
Yeah,
space?
I
now
absolutely
I
do.
do. As a kid, it'd probably be close, but now
space
I
is
like
one
Tron
of my
so much
favorites.
better.
I just can't ride it. As
I
much
like
as
it better
used
than
to.
Rock and Roller Coaster. Definitely.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Right now I
Interesting.
do, but like similar to space, if they refurb Rock and Roller Coaster and give it a
Yeah.
smooth track,
Yeah,
I'll probably
that-
like Rockin'
that-
more.
that might be a
But
little
Rockin'
bit.
shakes the heck out of you right now.
Because I've done in Cosmic Rewind's still very smooth, but I've done it
Yeah.
so much I'm starting to realize when the tracks are
Oh, really?
get worn
Already?
worn to it.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's so subtle. It's
Yeah.
so fucking
Yeah,
subtle. Yeah.
that's
Well,
coming
you're like
from
the
someone that's
expert.
like 80 something right now.
81,
So
yes.
81.
yeah.
Man,
You got to slow down, dude.
No.
You're getting two at a time now.
Yeah, I know. I'm not slowing down because I would have slowed down because we were trying to do 100 by our anniversary, but now
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get to 100 and be okay with it.
Right.
First to 100.
Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, I love Tron.
Yeah, what did you think
The
of it?
pre-show was
Oh yeah.
great. I don't want to spoil the
Yeah, I don't
pre-show.
wanna
it
s- I
was
don't-
awesome.
That's the only thing I haven't seen.
And I'm
from
glad
the
it was
attraction
just
as a
one
whole.
pre-show instead of like 7.
Really?
Like, it was
Yeah,
just like
that's one thing I hate about Cosmic Rewind. Is like,
Yeah, we don't
okay,
need 7
no,
pre-shows
The
that
two?
are just the same
just
thing.
hate it. I've just seen it so many times at this point. I'm just fucking done with it.
Yeah.
Terry Crews is so painfully
Stand in a square
unfunny.
room and then go stand in another square room. It's like
The second pre-show is dope. I think it's the best, like one of the coolest holy shit moments in a ride.
The way I see it, though, at least
It's
oh
just-
yeah, I agree. But
that
at least
first
it
one is
gives you
just so
shit to
unnecessary.
do. It just gives you shit to do to sit there and watch. Like it gives people shit to do.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not wrong. I just find it boring at this point.
Not at this point,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like think about when we
First
when
time
we
I did
wrote
it,
it
no,
for the
it's cool.
first
No,
time.
it's
where we're
really-
like
it's cool as shit.
the boner
to see
the whole
it, but-
time. Yeah.
But I just don't. He's not funny in that. He's funny, but that is he. Whoever wrote that and like gave him the direction he doesn't hang. This is just a nitpicky thing as somebody who loves comedy. He doesn't hang on that I'm very serious about this.
He just smiles immediately.
Now,
Like,
the way it should go
Timing.
is
Oh yeah.
he should like kind of mean mug for a second and like give it a little bit
maybe
longer.
like stare at a guy and then move his gaze to another guy.
Yeah,
and then,
something.
Like,
It just feels like the comedy's off. It
Oh,
feels
man.
like it was written by or directed by what's the dude that I don't like that did Mando, the Taika.
Oh,
Yeah,
Taika?
It feels like it was directed
Taika
by
Waititi.
Taika.
Yeah,
it's kind of fair actually.
maybe
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Well,
But
did Gunn do that,
Gunn
or
did all of it.
even that? Gunn did that too. Interesting. Okay.
Yep. The pre-show was
Wow, they
was
got
awesome.
Glenn Close on a fucking Disney attraction.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed by that.
I
It's
know,
Glenn
right? Yeah.
Close.
And then, like, immediately after the pre-show, there's a part in the queue that's awesome just because of where they put you in like, contrast to the ride. Like,
Oh, yeah, and the way they
rides,
timed that.
Yeah, more
Yeah, the way
rides
they-
need to do this.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
where
I know
it's
what it
just
is
like,
when I see it.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's the holy cow pre-show, and then a door opens, and then it's like, this is a cool view. And then it's like boring, normal queue after that. The rest of the queue is pretty bare.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
definitely tell where the money went and where it didn't go. It's big time. Like, budget cut here, budget put here. Like,
However,
it's obvious.
when you get off this ride, hang around and look at the castle, look at the views of Magic Kingdom that you don't get.
Yes, and the
you've
views of
never
Space
seen
Mountain.
before.
Like,
Yes,
you can see this
Really?
new angle of Space Mountain. That's,
That's cool.
amazing, and you can see the people mover going by. You can see the Astro Orbiter spinning. This is like the best thing to come to Tomorrowland in like 30 years.
This will be
it's awesome.
This will be
That's high praise.
interesting during fireworks.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
already seen
really?
video of someone that stayed the night we went. He stayed to watch fireworks, and I watched his YouTube video.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
But-
because if you go outside from there, you can see them. Yeah.
yeah.
So, do you think they're gonna like let you just walk up to that?
I hope
Does it-
so
Does it feel like a pavilion? Because it kind of
Yeah.
gives me that vibe.
Yeah.
there's a
little bit.
lot of space to
Yeah,
just
the
walk
bathrooms
around
up
and
there,
look up,
yeah.
and and there's gonna be a gift shop up there. It's
Right.
not finished yet. but
Right,
they're
the
building a
unfinished
gift
gift
shop.
shop.
still.
I heard Lynn talking
Yeah.
about that today. That it
But-
was
I forgot
like
to
a-
mention that on Fourth.
You can just look up at the canopy and the lights and the blaring music, which is awesome. Sadly, I
Is it
get why
Daft
they
Punk?
don't, but they don't use Daft Punk.
I thought they were going
But
to.
they use all the other music from the movie. So no Daft Punk, but it's just like knockoff Daft Punk
Well, I think Daft
and
Punk
ride
I think
or movie score.
Daft Punk did all the music for that movie, right?
No, they did just
I
like
do not know.
no, they did like the obvious techno stuff.
I thought
and
they
the-
did all of it.
They didn't do all of it because there's some of it that's like violins and like just symphony stuff, like orchestra stuff. But they didn't do all of it. But there's stuff from the movie that they play in that area, and it is great. Like the lights are beautiful, the music's beautiful, and just like you said, standing there looking at the castle and looking back out at Tomorrowland, it brought Tomorrowland back to being my favorite place at Magic Kingdom. It's probably the second best land right now, behind Galaxy's Edge. Tomorrowland is back to being awesome because of Tron. But I can't decide if it's my favorite coaster. It's up there between Everest and Rock and Roller Coaster and Tron for me.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
But there's a really cool effect when you go back into the grid and you're like racing the enemy. Where
Yeah, dude, they did the whole soundtrack.
they did?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
So it's
thought
just
I
not like
remembered seeing
their,
Oh wow! I
So it's not like their official like songs.
It's not like
that
they're
they-
like techno,
their
but
album, but they did the rest of it.
composed the
Okay.
whole thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, 10 years on, many aspects of Tron Legacy hold up quite well, especially its soundtrack
Yeah.
composed by none other than French electronic music artist duo Daft Punk.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there's
I
a.
thought I remembered hearing that.
I
And
forgot.
I think,
all
and I
about
think that's
that.
why for a while
Which-
it wasn't available because like it was like the rights issue with
Yep.
them and Disney and
Mhm.
Which effect are you talking about?
So when you go back into the
Yeah.
grid and back into the show building
Yeah.
where the enemy goes by you,
Right.
there's a couple other screens and like it's fine because they're just like tiny little screens, but whatever.
Yeah.
But there's one where you go by the enemy, and I don't want to.
oh, I've seen it
Do you
before.
want me to give it
First
away?
and
know
the
what it
second
is.
one.
The very first time, it's a mirror of your
and your light
coaster.
Oh
changes.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
lights
yeah, yeah.
change and
Yes.
shut
Oh,
off,
that, yes.
except the tiny one on the side where they
Yeah.
turn orange. And
Yeah,
I'm
I've
like,
seen
oh,
that.
I didn't
That's
realize
such a
that writing
brilliant
it.
effect.
Yeah, I'm like, that's
Yeah,
so
that's
smart.
sick.
It's
That's
a
such a
practical,
brilliant practical
like
effect.
classic 50s effect from
And especially
like
when
the
you're
50s.
going that fast, you're not going to notice that it's you. Like
No,
it's
I had no
perfect.
clue. I didn't. We got to do it twice, thankfully, on our night. And
Oh,
I
do the
didn't figure
first
it out.
row. Do
Yeah, the first time we
row.
just were in the middle of the coaster,
row 5.
but then like the next time we did it, we asked for first row. We waited like 5 minutes extra.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
But the first row makes
It's
it
worth it.
50 times better. And like you said, you can put your arms out and stuff. Like it was great.
Now,
we were
people-
like shaking our fists at the quote enemy next to us and like flipping them off and stuff. We're like, we're gonna beat you. It was great. It was great. We're undefeated, man. We're 2-0.
Yeah, I
on the
know.
grid.
Can't believe it.
We don't lose. If you want to win, make sure you ride with us.
If
We've
I'm
never
not
lost.
on Jedi Talk but randomly, it's because I lost it
'Cause you
on
lost on
Tron.
the
Yeah.
grid.
I'm stuck.
Did anybody have any issues fitting in
None of
We
us.
didn't.
We saw some.
No,
You'll be
no.
good.
I've
You'll
got
be
thick
fine.
thighs though, man.
No,
You'll be fine.
Your knife thighs, I think, are about the same. I was comfortable as hell in that.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
We are.
We
there-
saw people, but they
Oh,
were big
there were
people.
giant. Now, and look. I said this on Fourth Bottle Box. I'll say it again. Like, if you got yourself a belly, I'm talking about Santa Claus level guys, like big.
Which these
like
guys
you
were.
know you're big. Like if you're 5X or above, you will not fit on
If you
this.
can't fit on the Harry Potter rides, you're not going to fit on this ride.
Does it feel
Like,
kind of like Flight of Passage? I can fit on that, no problem.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
you'll be
if you
okay.
fit on Flight of
100%.
Passage easily, this is going to be a cinch for you.
You and me are
Yeah.
very similar builds.
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
you're going to be
100%.
fine.
I'm nervous about it. I'm fasting hard.
you don't have to. If you want
fast
to
hard.
for your health anyway, but
I'm
like
going
you
to.
don't. You don't have to. Not
Yeah.
for Tron.
dude. You 1000%.
Fast to go fast.
And there was even a guy that got on the front row that shouldn't have, and he locked in.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
he shouldn't have.
They forced it, man. But that's the thing that's going to really slow down the efficiency of this ride. The people trying to make it work. So like it should be
It's
super
true.
efficient because it's just a normal coaster.
We
It shouldn't
said-
really
yeah.
break down.
We sat there and watched people get out and then go in line for the Rover because they're
Yeah.
sitting there trying to make it work, and then like the cast members are like, "Bro, you're not big. You should go in."
I would love to see what they're trying to say. Like what's their
Yeah.
spiel that they have to say. Like I would love to know because you can't say you're too fat to fit, sir. Like you can't say that. So I have no idea.
Excuse me, diabetic. Can you please get up?
Diabetes. Diabetes.
the resort fatty cards at the end.
Thank you.
Right? There it is. Bringing it way back.
Waddle your fat ass
Bringing it
down
way
the back
back.
of the
Yeah.
car. And I'm not skinny, so I can say that.
That's another thing that's kind of going to slow it down too. Is there's only one of those rovers. So
What does
if you-
that look like? Is it just like a regular,
Just
yeah,
a
it just looks like a
regular-
regular roller coaster car.
like a over the shoulder or like
No,
a pull down?
like-
Like,
just like
didn't-
rewind. It's like right.
yeah, I
on
guess
the
so.
waist,
Taylor
yeah.
used it the first time, and I didn't ask her really what it was like. but
I thought it was just a regular pull down from what
I didn't
remember
even pay
seeing.
attention. So
Oh.
I want to do that just to see what it's like.
I will too
I
after
like
like
the back of
100
roller
times.
coasters anyway.
Yeah.
Back roller coasters are fun.
I'll do it after like 100 times the front row.
I'm fat. Can I get the back cart?
They won't even ask why. They didn't ask us why at all.
Can I get the
They don't-
Twinkie line?
They don't care. But
Do you supply the Twinkies?
do you like nachos?
Can I,
Do you like nachos?
can I eat nachos on this?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go in with the expectations of it being a short attraction, you're gonna love it.
I think so many people are gonna be pissed when they find out that it's a
Especially
because
because it's the whole.
I was
like,
telling people though, I've told you guys like it's short.
yeah. Well,
It's
we
short. We
us,
knew 'cause
us
we've seen it in
Disney nerds
Shanghai.
have known that
Yeah.
for 6 years, but these
Yeah.
people that have never heard of Shanghai Disney
And
are
it's-
gonna be like, "What? It's only a minute."
Think about this too. So many casual people know who Bob Chapek is now, just because it was like a meme to shit on that guy.
Yeah.
And they know the story that this was announced in like 2017 and is just now opening.
Right.
So
Mhm.
like, they're gonna be like, why the fuck did this take so long to build?
God.
Yeah,
God, you're right.
and
Yes.
it makes it even harder
There's-
for that because
There's nothing on here that
Nothing
I
on
saw
there
that I'm like,
There
No.
shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. It's even more so. It's a fucking clone. Like they've
Yeah.
built this already. Like
yep, it's
you know
identical.
how long
I've
it
seen.
takes to do
they've
it.
already had YouTube videos that
Yeah,
are side by side.
the
It's
same
identical.
thing. It's
Nothing
the
changed.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same layout. Same everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
The way
it's,
that
I'm
like,
excited.
the train tunnel too goes under it. It's integrated so well, like you don't even realize it. Like, but if you're looking for it, you're like, oh, there's the train tunnel, but it looks so
I can't
so
wait to
smoothly
ride it. I'm
integrated.
excited.
But-
I have the appropriate expectations going in. I know
Right,
I do. So
and it
I'm
sucks for
excited.
everyone else though that doesn't have that.
Yeah.
That are like, okay, Guardians was like 5 minutes long. It was awesome, and then they come and do this, and it's like, oh, it was a minute long. It sucks.
Isn't
That's what they're gonna
Guardians
say.
like 3 minutes long. I mean,
Three.
it's a full ass song.
3.5.
It's 3.5.
That's
Okay.
fucking
It's still the
crazy for a roller
longest
coaster.
indoor coaster ever.
That's
so they're gonna go
crazy.
ride that one day at Epcot, and then the next day get in line for Tron and be like,
What
it's
the
only a
fuck?
minute.
Yeah.
Gonna have a bad
So-
time.
Think about how much
These
you're gonna
idiots that
pay
do
for,
that.
for like think
Oh,
about
this lightning lane's gonna be
the
20
lightning
bucks.
lane is gonna be $20 and you're gonna be on there for 55
Oh
seconds.
my gosh.
Whoo,
Maybe
man.
that feedback will be enough to get rid of this lightning lane
Not
crap.
happening.
but-
They like the money too much.
yeah.
I like how Bob Iger came out and talked about it a little bit. He's like, we've done some. We see that we're not like we're not known as affordable. Like, you haven't been affordable ever.
Yeah.
Now you're just
More
being,
or
you're
less.
just being egregious now.
Yeah.
It's because they're hurting from the
Oh shit, that hurt.
pandemic.
Yeah, they're still.
Which is why they just said, okay, Toy Story 5, in case of emergency, break glass.
Oh my God.
Toy Story, Moana
talk-
sequel.
Let's talk
Frozen
about this
sequel.
for a second. What the?
That's what it
fuck?
was. Just in case of needing money, break glass.
I forgot about the Moana
5?
news too. So
We
Moana.
don't need any more Toy Story. We
the
don't-
sequel.
There's a sequel to Moana.
Moana
too?
2, Frozen 3, Toy Story 5.
and Zootopia.
Zootopia.
too.
Oh, and
too.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that one.
So,
Yeah. In case
Zootopia
of
is the only one I care
needing
about,
money,
really.
break glass.
I mean,
Moana could be
Moana
interesting.
too. Yeah.
Toy Story 5. This is the most unnecessary sequel. You're running a really good franchise into the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And like we
Let
even
it
thought
go.
that
Incredibles 3, like that movie made a shit ton of money. Like
And
that
it wasn't that great.
I liked Incredible 2 a lot.
yeah,
Incredibles 2 a lot.
yeah, I was fine with that.
That lends itself more to sequels than how you ended. Like,
Yes.
4 didn't need to happen.
No,
This one
3
4
was
didn't need to happen.
perfect. 3
And now
tied a
you're
perfect
gonna-
bow. But
I'm
yeah,
surprised
we talked about
Tom
it
Hanks
in line
coming
for
back.
Tron. Tom's idea is great with it. Go ahead and say what you.
Oh, just like
thought.
having like just all new toys, like have the
That's
new
smart.
kid
It's a
take
new
over
kid,
with
yeah.
all new toys. Like you can have the OGs
reboot.
start out or something, and then maybe they just go off to the land of misfit toys and
Well, yeah, whatever.
and just chillax there. But now we saw that Tim Allen's definitely returning for it.
And he said,
Right.
and Woody, which means Tom Hanks is too?
Either Tom Hanks or
yeah,
Tom
he was
Hanks'
like, "We'll
brother.
see you next time, Woody," or something. Yeah, like
Weird.
yeah. But Tom's idea lends itself perfectly to a movie franchise, but also Disney Plus series. You don't have to get big name actors if
That's
they're
what they-
random new toys.
That's
Just-
what they were doing, like really good Toy Story shorts for
Yes.
the longest time. Do
Yeah.
that again. What happened to the
the
thing?
Forky.
The Forky asked a question. Like,
Forky question. Yeah.
What-
Oh,
Ask
yeah.
the question.
yeah, they didn't
Oh, yeah,
bring
what
that
the
back.
fuck?
That stuff was
Fuck.
good.
They just dropped all that shit.
But if you can't afford those voice actors, or whatever, just do the route Tom's saying and be like, "Here's this week's new toys storyline episode."
Yeah.
where it's
It
just
can be any toy.
random
it doesn't
voice
have to be
actors.
Woody and Buzz. And
Yeah.
like,
No.
I don't know, man. See, I'm such a fucking hypocrite because I'll go see it because I love Toy Story 1, 2, and 3
I will
so
too.
fucking much.
This is
I
Buzzy,
liked-
my mom's.
Your mom's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Remember the Chappelle Show thing?
Yeah.
I found your mom's lightsaber.
Oh.
All right, what Star Wars news we have to talk about?
Well, you
Bad
watched
Batch.
the Bad Batch finally.
yeah,
Yes.
I liked it. I'm very interesting what they're doing with the phasing out of the clones.
yeah.
I love the fact that I don't know what's going to happen with Rampart.
we might
I
not
don't-
ever see him
I
again.
don't-
Maybe
I
Well,
he's dead.
spoiler, he got arrested. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
maybe
got
he's
arrested.
dead now. We might not ever see him.
I think I wouldn't put it past Palpatine to kill him for fucking it up publicly
Yeah.
that bad.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? We can't have you around.
Well, I think
Beheaded.
Palpatine was okay with him
When
doing
he
that.
came out, I literally did like the.
Me too.
I was
Even
like,
though it
oh
was in
my
the trailer,
God.
I wish it wasn't in the trailer.
Oh, was it? I don't remember that.
I wish I could have forgotten.
Palpatine's face was in the trailer, but
Yeah,
it
him-
still made this moment epic.
God
Yeah.
damn! And he pops
Yeah.
out of the bottom.
And it's Ian.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Ian. But like,
Better. Yeah.
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 They had Ian in a room and they were like, we got like 10 things for you to do.
Yep.
Can you say these 5 lines?
We'll give
real
you
quick?
50 million.
Yes, of course, I'm not going to do anything now.
Yeah.
However, I
such
speak.
a great those last two were in particular the best. One complaint: why the fuck did they not just make that pod racing?
Oh yeah, back to that
What
one.
in the fuck
That's the
was
only
that?
episode of season 2 that I don't care about.
I-
I agree though. It should have just been pod racing.
You already have a built-in racing thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe it had to be more like dangerous to
Well,
call
they
it
could have
riot
just said
racing.
they
I
could have
don't
just
know.
said at this
Well-
point we use guns in pod racing. Like it's evolved because Sebulba cheats. Now we all
Yeah,
cheat.
but then again,
but
you
no
think
human can do it. I mean, I guess
kids-
they said that with Anakin. He's the only human that can pod race.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that was the logic. I just thought about that just now. Maybe that was the reasoning. But
Could be.
still, come on, that would have been.
But that was at that
dude, that'd
time.
have been fucking cool.
Maybe like since then, other humans have started to do it.
Maybe
They heard
Well,
about
his whole
this
thing
kid
was that
that
he
won
could
the
do it-
Boonta Eve.
Well, the only reason he could successfully do it is because he could see what was coming up with the
Yeah,
Force.
Jedi reflexes.
Yeah,
Right,
Jedi-
right,
so,
right.
I don't know. That was disappointing because I was like, "Ooh, they're gonna do pod race," and then it wasn't. I was
And-
just like, "It's like Twisted Metal or some shit."
And all
enough's enough.
the story that episode gives us things we already know. Sid is sketchy. Omega is loyal. Tech is smart.
Yeah, it didn't progress.
Got
anything.
it. We already knew
It
that.
didn't.
With,
Look,
with this anime shit, I expect filler.
animation's
episodes.
going to have a few
Yeah.
fillers.
Yeah.
Mando
That's
season
the only
3,
one though in
please,
season
dear
2.
God, don't have any filler episodes.
Aside
They
from
kind
that,
of can
though,
at this
They
point.
can't. They're
They
past
can't,
it. They're past
but-
that. They're past the little missions where he goes and
The only
Hops on a
filler
planet.
season 2 had was like the frog lady bullshit.
yeah, that's
going
only
to the
one.
ice planet with the Kryknas was a little like
That was
But that was, I
Okay.
mean, at least
Wasn't
at
that
the end
frog
of that
lady?
they had the
yeah, that was the first one.
yeah,
where he
yeah,
picks her
first
up.
one. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I agree.
The second
going
one's
to the
okay.
planet gave us the Harris.
Yes,
it gave
yes.
us Satine or not Satine.
Bo-Katan. Yeah, Costco
Yeah,
Reeves.
the first
Yeah.
one with the ice and the little
Yeah,
bugs
yeah, that
and
one
shit.
Yeah.
was.
Then his interaction with the Republic was cool for a minute, but it was like you could have
Right.
done that. as
Well,
he was,
they're
like,
in other
overing-
episodes, so
yeah,
like, just
so, I
leave
mean,
them in the
yeah,
episodes.
it's
They
just-
came up in the Bill Burr episode
Yeah.
for crying out loud, so keep them in those.
I need to rewatch. I'm going to binge Mando season 2 again because
You got like 2 weeks. You gotta get on it.
From Wednesday, yeah. From
fuck
the middle of y'all's birthdays.
Hey, Mando's
Right.
coming back, baby.
Yeah.
I can't
yeah, we
fucking
don't have to
wait.
worry about top 10s.
I know.
For
No.
a little bit. We got, what, 2 more top 10s to do,
Yeah, 2 more
essentially?
top
We still
10s.
need to do the one for top 10 Survivor ones.
Oh, well, but since that game got bumped, we'll do
save it for later.
End of
Okay,
April.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
to get the listens. So
did you like the connections in Bad Batch though? Like
I think I missed all
the
of it.
senator Chuchi, she was from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Throwback to her.
Yeah.
That's the episode I watched last night. So I'm like, I want to go see that episode again. I haven't seen it like 2 or 3 years.
Uh-huh.
Where was she in Fallen Order?
No,
was
she's
not.
in the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Oh, sorry.
The Fallen
Um,
Order connections had to do with the episode with Fee.
The giant
The
robot
giant tomb.
shooting lasers.
Tomb
Was that the
Guardian.
pod racing episode? The
No.
pod racing one?
That was
No,
the next
this
one.
is
I think.
after pod racing.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're
With
talking
Wanda
about.
Sykes' pirate character.
She takes the heart of the mountain out.
Mm-hmm.
The Tomb Guardian tries to kill them all.
It was
forgot about
Zepho
that.
related.
It's very
100%
Zepho.
Zepho
It's
related.
very Zepho.
Nothing confirms or denies it, but like it's pretty
gotta be.
close.
And then the Trandoshans fighting.
Oh, the
Kashyyyk.
Wookiee versus Trandoshans
Yeah.
episode with
That was
Gungi.
cool. That
That
was
was
cool.
awesome. But
Gungi's fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was sick. Yeah.
I like
another
Gungi.
connection with that senator from the most recent episodes is her species is Pantoran, which Captain
Ah,
Keevan. Captain
Oh,
Keevan.
yeah.
Sir, I'm
I wonder
sorry.
if they know each other.
Yeah.
Speaking of Palestine, you teased something earlier about a lieutenant on Batu.
I
I want
forgot
you to
about
tell
that.
us about that, please.
Yes. So our lieutenant, we all had him as lieutenant on our voyages.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Our lieutenant was back on Batu today for the first time since he opened, or I should say reopened, lieutenant being on Batu. So he came back for day one of the post-COVID lieutenant, and he hasn't been back on Batu since then until today, or actually
wow.
yesterday. I take it back. Taylor saw him yesterday, but I got to see him today.
Oh shit.
So,
Interesting.
dude, it made my entire day. I was like, I mean, you know me. I was like shaking. I was like, it's him. He's actually here. Like, I haven't seen him
You're
in a
such a
year.
nerd.
I haven't
love
seen
it.
him since March. Like, he's just
Okay,
this.
so obviously not
There he
only are
is.
you in support of these troopers being in the brig, you're tearing this poor family apart.
I got to get off May the 4th.
Ah, man. Yeah, you do.
For
I don't think
lightsabers.
I'll be off,
Ooh.
but I'll be there.
I got to get off
I'll
that
make
day.
it work.
That's going to be our day that we
Wait,
reveal
is that,
our.
what day of the week is that?
It's like
it
a
was a Wednesday
Thursday.
last week.
Yeah, so it's a Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
May the Thursday be with you.
Where day you reveal what?
If we time it correctly, we're going to do our 25-1 top Star Wars moments for our May the 4th episode. We
Oh, shoot.
We have to time the dates. We're going to
We
do
need
that.
to like truly like even if it's just on a call, we need to like sit down and really plan these out. Oh no, we're doing them by
No,
ourselves.
yeah,
That's right,
we're doing
that's
by
right, that's right,
ourselves.
that's
Yeah.
'Cause I think that'll serve for better discussion.
Yeah.
right. Yeah. The only problem is we're gonna have crossover and it's
I
gonna be
know.
at different levels of it because some things that means more to me will mean less to you, and
Yeah, but
like there'll be a lot of I don't know. I like that idea, but I feel like that's all.
We'll have to decide too how much like our loving of this moment like plays into it versus
I think it'd be
stepping back from it and saying as a whole.
importance as a
Yeah.
whole.
It's hard. We got to find that balance.
we could also get to the point where the first person who brings up a certain moment goes, okay, we're all going to talk about it. And let's say I've ranked it higher. I'm like, guys, this is my 72nd, and this is your all's, and this is Brad's 81. And maybe Evan didn't even put it on there or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then we could
Could
talk
be.
about it. But then when we get to that number specifically, it's like, yeah, this is so-and-so. Maybe I can give 5 seconds on it, and then we just move on.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll work.
That'll work.
So, yeah.
All right, that's how we do stuff here. At
That's
Jedi.
how we do
talk
it.
about it on the air.
Jedi talk about it.
Jedi talk about it.
But my boy was back on Batu. It was great, and he definitely recognized me today. And then I think he recognized Taylor yesterday too. So
Oh, really?
their memory, man, they have I don't know something up there. It's insane.
Either that or
What
they
they
can
He
Listens
listens
to the show.
Or that.
Yeah, I don't think any of
Or
us
he's
do
like, oh,
anymore.
it's this kid that has been following me around for 3 years.
I know
What
Lebeth
the heck?
does.
Good.
Yeah.
Hello, Lebeth. Hashtag free Jedi talk, Lebeth.
Lebeth, you know these glasses well that we were talking about earlier that I got
Dude,
Brad.
how cool would it be if I was like, what do we need to recreate a few of the drinks on the Halcyon? For
A chemist.
when she
We need a chemist.
ultimately
Taste
comes
around
on
the
the show.
galaxy, or Spirits of the Galaxy, right? Spirits
no.
of
What was it called?
Adventure.
Spirits of Adventure. $50 a pop without
Yep.
telling you.
Oof.
That was my only complaint from the
Yeah.
Halcyon.
I
Yeah.
want a drink package
We should do.
Should be.
because I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah. Okay.
That was in our last top 10 or 2 top 10s ago.
Yeah, something
You
like that.
guys
Oh, yeah.
threw that in there.
Changes on the
Yeah.
Halcyon. Give us more
Yeah.
booze.
More
More
booze,
booze. I don't wanna
included
remember
booze.
I want to go to bed spinning in my bunk.
Ugh.
It's the fourth.
I want to wake up spinning. I want to be a
space.
BB droid. a BB
A
unit.
BB unit.
What other Star Wars? news we gotta talk
BBT0M.
about? ECT0M.
So there was that Fallen Order 9 minutes of gameplay.
Yes.
that came
let's
out.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How good did it
The
look?
Survivor gameplay. It started out very like, all right, this is stuff from the game, and then it progressed beautifully.
Yeah,
Like
I
they
was
did
a
it
little
on
underwhelmed.
purpose.
I was messaging you as I was watching. I was like, "This looks exactly
Yeah.
like the first one."
Yeah,
A
because
lot of it did.
Brad,
But
Brad
they
didn't
didn't
let
wanna
the
give it
9 minutes
away.
breathe.
I didn't
Yeah,
let it breathe.
it builds. It builds.
I have no patience. I've got a TikTok fucking attention span at this point. I really liked it.
Yeah.
The mechanics look really fun. I hope it's as easy to play as they made it look. Because I hope they didn't add too much to it to where it's like, Mortal Kombat fucking finishing moves and shit to do some of the
they
stuff.
won't.
But
Yeah.
it
I
looks
think-
really
I think
fucking nice.
Arkham changed that game because Hogwarts Legacy is fairly simple in its combat.
How is that going?
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah?
I fucking love that.
It looks
I love
cool.
Hogwarts Legacy.
It looks cool.
It's like you can. It's exactly what I mean, and I'm beyond the casual Harry Potter fan, but as a video game, it's like everything you want. You have the IP that you really love, and you're at Hogwarts in the year 1890, right? So it's different. It's old. It's pretty cool. But like you can walk to Hogsmeade and it'll take you 10 minutes, but there's shit to do along the way. Like at night, I started to walk to Hogsmeade and I got lost, and I ended up like killing 2 goblin.
Is it fully
camps.
open world?
Okay, that is
Yeah,
cool.
fairly. Well,
That's
not-
like Red Dead Redemption style.
Yeah, it's not as big as Red Dead Redemption quite, but we are continuing to unlock like worlds and open. It's like I went to another town outside of Hogwarts,
Dang.
Wow.
like of just like a magical town.
Is that in the movies or is that like a new town?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think it's new, but I'll have to ask Courtney about that.
That's cool though. Expands the canon
yeah.
if it's new.
And also, it's like you talk to a shopkeep, and then she tells you that the goblins have taken over and they ruin things at night. And
Kyle
then,
took over?
Yeah, Ranrock took over. Yeah. So and then you go. You're basically like, and you could decide. You choose what you say, and then like you
That's cool.
decide on what you want to do. And then you're like, yeah, I can go help you. And they're like, okay, go help you. Go. Like your task is to clear out the goblin like camp, but you just go and kill all the goblins that are there.
That is really well. You clear it out.
Yeah.
They didn't say how.
And like at this point, I learned the fireball spell. I learned Levioso, which is you pick them up. I've learned Accio, and then you get you could just shoot with your wand like a gun. And then I just learned Expelliarmus, which like disarms the opponent. It's really fucking cool. And then you can like whenever you want, you can make it into the main story again. Or if it's at night, you have to wait till day to go see like Professor Fig, like them show up for class. Like you have to wait.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. So
there's
is
like-
the game canon? Is the story canon?
I believe it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are there any like?
Oh yeah, no, it is
Cool.
because there's the deputy headmistress is a Weasley. The headmaster is related to Sirius Black.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the headmaster before Dumbledore. So there's
Is Dumbledore a student right now? That would be
Secretly?
fucking cool.
That's one of his secrets.
I don't know yet. Yeah, maybe
That'd be cool if
that he's
like,
gay and he's
he's
attending
butt
Hogwarts,
fucking
right?
one of.
Well,
a
him
goblin.
and Grindelwald were former lovers.
Oh,
Which
that's
version
right.
of Grindelwald? Johnny Depp or?
Yes,
Okay.
and
It better be.
Mads.
Mads is good too.
Both.
Yes. I mean, I love Mads as an
He's
actor.
done them both.
Oh gosh. I was gonna say something. I forget though. Sounds cool. Is it in like real time, or is it like a video game where like time's sped up a little bit?
Video game
Okay.
time, but it's still badass. It's so badass.
I think some of them, like Grand Theft Auto, I think speeds up the time a little too much,
Yeah.
and I think like Red Dead Redemption is like a little closer to how fast I want the time to go.
I guess so.
So if it's closer to that, that's better.
I think Hogwarts Legacy nailed it. But anyway, back to Survivor
Who were you
gameplay.
playing Red Dead Redemption?
That was like one of the 5 games I had
That's a
back in
fun
college.
fucking game.
So
Red 2 is the shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't peg you for a Red Dead Redemption fan.
Well, like I got done with Grand Theft Auto 5, and it was like that was like one of the first video games I had. And
I've never done one mission in any Grand Theft Auto game.
What?
I always just fucking go.
Oh,
kill
Grand
people.
Theft Auto 5 story is really good.
I know, but
it's a movie.
You have to go do
It
the
is a
missions to
movie.
get shit and like,
Yeah.
go have
Not
more
with the-
fun.
Not with the codes, you don't.
That's true. If you use cheat codes, and
Like, you're one of them. Huh?
Yeah,
But
dude.
I
You're a
finished
game
Grand Theft
genius,
Auto
motherfucker.
5.
I've never bought any of the games. Like I've played it on like Xbox, whatever
Yeah.
Game Pass or the fuck. So
Oh,
I've never
okay.
like bought one. I'm sure if I bought the game, I'd be like, all right, let's do the missions.
Yeah, that's
I was
fair.
like hopping in a car, beating the fuck out of somebody, stealing it, and
There you go.
running
Yeah.
over people. It's fun.
You mean like what you did yesterday? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not in Grand Theft Auto. I'm talking
Yeah.
about just in life. Yeah.
yeah, in
Oh,
real
okay,
life,
yeah.
yeah.
After the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
You hit
course.
the pitch, yeah.
yeah. But like I beat that game, and my friends were like, "If you like that, you'll like the cowboy version of Grand Theft Auto." And it's like, okay. So I
Yeah,
played
it definitely is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Just a little bit bigger world.
Did you
So-
see in the Survivor footage that like for a flash of a second, like before they had a transition, that a mission objective popped up, and it was find Grease.
I did not see that. No.
I didn't catch that
So
either.
Grease,
cool.
Grease is there. Don't worry, your boy is.
For
I was
now.
worried. He's
For
like,
now.
what's going on?
For now.
So yeah, I wonder why Cal was flying the Mantis to begin with. So that's a little sketchy.
He's
But-
on a top
Grease-
secret mission.
Yeah.
Didn't Grease kind of say he wanted to like stop in the first game? Like, wasn't that like a plot?
He's
point? Am I
always kinda
misremembering
wanted
that?
to-
No,
Just
he
like-
just wanted to stop gambling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That got Cal in trouble.
You got them all in trouble.
Yeah,
Starting
well,
with Cal, but
right,
yeah.
right, starting with Cal. They oh no, and then there's this like new force like slowdown ability that I
Yeah.
saw him do. He like cast it out amongst all the creatures. Man,
Yeah.
there's some new creatures. We're getting a new planet,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with a new planet in video games because like
You get to explore it.
Yeah.
If it's in a TV show,
Yeah.
you see it for 5 minutes. And you're
Exactly.
Like, okay, I guess. Like,
and then like
yeah.
you're fighting the 1980s women's champion of wrestling there. in,
Yeah.
In the middle of the game, that like big thing with like the mohawk.
Yeah.
The resort fatty.
The resort
Oh, so
fatty.
you're fighting resort fatties
Yeah.
on Kobo, right? That was the name of the planet.
Great
think so.
name for
Yeah.
a planet.
Yeah.
I like seeing the droids again, too. Those droids are cool.
the
battle
clankers.
droids,
Yeah.
the
They have B1 and B2,
Yeah.
so that was cool. The super battle droids.
Those
droidicas.
those clankers.
Those got to be there. They didn't show
They're
them.
in the
but-
game.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the game.
The the droidicas, and they're actually like a mid tier like
Boss.
wow.
They're
that's
they're
nuts.
no they're not bosses.
Like
they're
a mini boss almost. Are
no
they like
no
Purge
they're
Trooper
enemies.
level? Or?
Yeah,
there's
yeah. I would
enemies?
say they're probably a little bit below Purge Trooper.
Okay.
But they're tough.
Yeah.
Like
that-
the easiest enemy in this game, they said is going to be the clankers.
Oh, yeah.
They're just going to be like
Roger,
the
Roger,
stormtroopers from
yeah.
the first.
Yep.
Like, which is going to be hilarious because you're just going to force push them off a cliff and you're going to be like,
Yep.
That's gonna be great.
yeah.
I'm gonna,
That's my favorite thing. Every time, and it always gets Taylor. I'm like, Taylor, watch this.
Oh, I
She's
love.
like, what? And I go,
I love
and
force
she's like,
pushing
oh, that's
stormtroopers off
terrible.
the cliff.
I know, it's so much
it's okay
fun.
to kill them with a lightsaber though.
Yeah, right. And it's also that. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not hating on the game. I love it, but I just hate how much animal murdering there is for a Jedi. But it's a minor nitpick.
They're predators, but I get it.
Yeah.
I
really
straight up
think about
murdered
that.
2 dogs in Hogwarts Legacy yesterday.
They were trying to eat you though.
They
They're
were
attacking
They
you.
were they're basically like wolves.
Yeah.
That's great.
They're animals, and I slaughtered them like animals.
the men and the women and the children.
And the Kyles too.
And the,
Whoa.
Any other Star Wars news?
Not really. Some-
We have
got
a,
announced for
The
Celebration.
Kira book, Crimson Climb. Did you see that
I
announced?
did not see this.
Ooh, it looks really good.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh
The
shit.
time period isn't what I would have picked, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they're saving the time period we all want for a TV show
So
or
when
movie.
does this when does this take place?
It takes place like basically during Solo. It's like her point of view. So it's gonna be like after Han leaves her, what happens and how does she get to where she is? It's like that's cool stuff. We
Oh,
don't know
interesting.
that, but like
Okay.
I want more of this stuff after. But this is still cool. We
Do
don't
you think
know
it'll
it.
be one of those books where it takes place in 2 different time periods, and that's just the one they're leading with?
Possibly.
I
That's
hate
all
when
I know
books do
about
that
it. I
shit.
just
Oh,
know
yeah.
it's during
God.
Solo. Star Wars does it a lot though when they do
Fucking
that. So
drives
I'm
me
hoping
nuts.
it's not that. I'm hoping it's just like Solo from Kira's perspective.
So are we going to see Han at all?
Colo.
Colo. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm into
All right.
it though, especially anything Kira. Like her
I gotta-
comics are pretty good, so this book's probably gonna be good too.
I got a question for all the members of the council here. Is Fallen Order, since it was a big deal with the lightsaber wand was sold on Galaxy's Edge and Batuu, do you think we're finally going to get to see Batuu?
In the video game?
In the game, yep.
It's an
Nah.
absolute chance. It's
There's
absolutely
a chance, but yeah.
I don't
I don't think so.
Don't they already have the assets from like the Sims game? They could just kind of...
They
you
could,
need
but that
it
would
to
take a
be
ton
a
of modding
bigger
and
world,
retrofitting.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure you could just like fuck around with it.
Yeah. And I mean, there's definitely 3D renderings of
something.
like
They have to
the
have some
land
3D
as they were
rendering.
building it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, how much, like, it's a whole Disney thing. How much does the parks communicate with the games, communicate with the, like,
Let's see if
The developer
like
could reach out to Imagineering and go, hey, do you have any 3D models of Batuu we're using for
They-
this game?
they
I'm
could.
sure they would send it over.
yeah.
if we'll see in Battle Scars if they mention Batuu at all, and if
Yeah.
they do, then you know for sure it's in the fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
Did the book get pushed back too?
No, March 9th still.
No, still.
Yeah.
If it's
I
not
wouldn't be
in
shocked
Bad
if that gets
Batch.
pushed back too. I
I
would
don't
not
know.
be shocked. I think the reason those came out so quick, like together, was just like the Episode 9 Grogu thing. I think
Force
those are
Eagle,
going to
yeah.
be like connective stuff. That
Pretty integral that
is
you
gonna
have to
piss
have
people
both.
off. Yeah. I
It's
mean,
not
you're
that
just-
big of a wait, though. It's like a, 2-3 week wait?
Yeah.
It's going to
The
take
book
people
is
that long
like
to read
3
it.
weeks away from dropping.
That's fucking. Dude,
It'll take people that
it's
long to
crazy.
read it from book drop to game drop. So I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's fine.
true.
That's fine. It's not like you can watch.
Not me. I'm going to fucking breeze through that thing like it's
Right.
somebody's business.
But it's not
excited
like
for
you
that book.
watch that episode of Mando and then the very next day you watch episode 9.
Yeah.
Like that's a little different.
I just don't want to talk about it till I'm done too. I'm gonna read it
yeah,
fast.
yeah.
Oh,
too.
100%.
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
I'm just gonna like randomly text you spoilers.
You would too.
I would not do
You're
that.
sitting there on the toilet and be like,
Oh my gosh.
"Oh, you never believe what happened here."
Marin's pregnant with Cal's baby.
I hate spoilers.
That was my spoiler right there.
All right. Anything else?
think
That
we're good.
is it.
That's it.
I think we're good.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode. We'll see you on the next one. And the next one is a top 10 episode, and it's gonna be.
Well, it's the top 10, and bear with me here, but the Super Bowl was yesterday, so the top 10 movie trailers that would blow our balls off if we saw from the Star Wars universe during the Super Bowl. We will condense that title, I promise you.
Maybe.
Top 10
Star Wars trailer wants.
something
Like that?
Blow your balls off trailer moments.
Sure.
Top 10 trailers that don't exist.
That should. I don't know.
There you go.
No,
We'll
top
figure
10
it out.
trailers that should exist.
Like we said, Jedi talk about it.
Well, Jedi.
That's what we're
Is
doing.
this something you're just going to keep going?
Yep.
It's
It's a
never gonna
bad
catch
joke.
on
That's what I
Fetch.
do. We all know that.
Fetch will never be a thing. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, stay safe. May the Force be with you.
Always good journey into Buite.
Rise, Jedi Knight, Master Yoda. Is this the last episode of Jedi Talk this week? It's been a bad one. Tell me.
No, there is another.
Bad episode or bad week?
Yes, I was going to say
Bad
bad
week.
week.
Christ.
Bad batch?